Hello everyone, welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. So, last time, we went through our free time events and we hanged with Hiro and Byuck-ya. And we finished up Hiro's story and I tried my test to see my hypothesis on Byuck-ya, if anything else was gonna happen, and completely out of the blue, nothing happened. That was it. So either that's the whole thing, and there's nothing more else, or there's something I'm missing. But otherwise, yeah. And then, Makletoe got attacked last night while he was having a fever. He survived, but yeah, we ended up also seeing Kyoko in that same one, along with the masked corpse. Well, now it's a masked corpse because, you know, a masked person was standing near us with a knife. So now we're here to check it out. So let's do it. We need to find out who this actually is, but there's no way to tell with a mask covering their face like that. Maybe I should not be a pussy and use my arms, and use my hands. And the white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? How did they wind up dead in here? Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the body that's there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Two, I'm pretty sure the only one who touches bodies here is Kyoko, and she's not even here right now. Who is it? Their face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue.
I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least.
Huh? How can you tell?
Well, I think I see the outline of her chest, and the general shape, and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl.
Really? Think it could be?
Okay then. Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't! But by the time he called out, it was already too late. Tiny hands shot out toward the mask, and in the next instant, there was a blinding light and a deafening roar, and Tiny Hands got sent the fuck away. The body blew up. It blew up. I'm not gonna say this multiple times, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more it blew ups. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass out, but then,
Come on.
hurry up, put out the fire. As my consciousness attempted to float away, that voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay! The upper half of the body was on fire. I took him and tossed the water as far as I could. Thankfully, that was enough to put out the fire. It died down, leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man?
It exploded.
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body.
What?
It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man.
Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again.
But now that the body's charred, I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh?
What?
If we consider he's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be.
There's only one person missing.
It's Kyoko. Kyoko! Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down. I didn't say it was Kyoko.
But
I mean, who else? There's one other person.
in other words,
The mastermind.
What?
The mastermind? Come on, there's no way the mastermind got charred, boiled. Bro, get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering, but we have to look at all possibilities. But I have a reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matter, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right?
but
That corpse is a girl, right? It doesn't make any sense! I mean, remember what Alter Ego said?
So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this out. According to the files, the headmaster is a man 30s.
And But it never said that the mastermind was the headmaster. It just said that the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It's a possibility, but because of Kyoko's help, that narrowed it down.
Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
What the heck?
He said the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. Then could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair?
Huh?
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said that there was a 16th student here in the school, hiding somewhere. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out. Watch out for her.
What?
I think you better tell us everything you know about this 16th student who's currently in hiding in the same school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Well, all Kyoko told me was... Flashback!
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Sound like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind. I'm sure of that. What? I don't have any proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
There's another student here, and it's a female that would match the body's characteristics.
And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is this girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair, lying somewhere hidden in the school. Watch out for her. But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how did she wind up burnt to a crisp? None of this makes any sense. Did you just suddenly show up and then die? Keep this in mind. I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. Well, how about Makoto stop being a pussy and touch the body? There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is.
Ah, hey, wait!
What?
I'm forgetting something. You know, tiny hands.
Oh yeah, she totally got blown up, huh? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her.
Yeah. Oh, she survived.
Oh, she survived.
Huh? What just happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen.
Oh, I don't mind breathing in the dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
This is the strangest back and forth I've ever seen. Alright, it's time to check out the body. Except, what we're gonna check out... I should take a close look at the body one more time.
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl.
And that's why he should not be a pussy and touch the body. Dude, don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. Do it. I'm not Kyoko after all. I mean, if she were here, she'd probably tell me to touch the body. Just fucking touch it! It's dead! There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is it what Kyoko took from Monokuma? No. If I remember correctly. But what did you steal?
So,
I stole this. A key? But looking at it, I could tell it wasn't just any key. It was shaped like a Monokuma. It's probably the only key of its kind on Earth. That's right. The key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is...
What?
What is it? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? Now, depending on how the timing is with this one, I think I'm just going to make this a lot more longer than it needs to be. So, yeah, enjoy yourselves for this next one like I did with the second case. So, even you don't know then? Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task. Huh?
I see.
The key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean...
So in
The
other
bio
words,
lab, the data center, the headmaster's room, the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. And you may find Kyoko in one of them. And if you do, she'll likely question you. So... leave on that. So I'm your errand boy now? I thought I was Kyoko's errand boy! This is the worst thing ever! I'm gonna head towards where the thing is. But yeah, The room that's in is... Boop. Boop. It's the data lab. The door to the data center was definitely locked before. Okay, let's give it a shot. When I went to insert the key I found in the garden into the keyhole, it fits! Then this is the key to the data center. I managed to unlock the data center. I guess all that running around paid off. I had to go tell everyone else. I immediately headed back to the garden after teleporting. So you're back. How'd it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. Then we can go to the data center now.
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have that key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked.
Hey, so when you open that door, there's not gonna be like another huge kaboom like before, right?
You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makletoe. I mean, we could like put just a white wig on him. No. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. I mean, I could tell from all the murder mystery I've been solving after having to put after the back of my head realizes what it is. I reached out and put my hand on the door. I closed my eyes and tried to clear my mind. Kyoko's ass though popped up. With a silent prayer, I slowly opened the door. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. In a word, the room was strange. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. The room was filled with that kind of dread. Hey, that's... Hero extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered. This is...
what?
It's a direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room, and they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us!
Then this room is...
It's all clear.
The Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. The Mastermind's room. I guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here. Watching us. Then I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Muguro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind.
Then the mastermind is dead? Like really dead?
It would seem so. For serious?
It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself.
The Mastermind is dead? Could that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because I mean, that body. Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die in a natural death. So who was it that? But if the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry and find the exit. Come on!
That's enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. Huh? But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I'm bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh? The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There is absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered. But why is it gonna be that way? Who could have ever even done it?
Such
That's
ignorance.
exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identify that the Mastermind. Or identity.
Now do you understand your answer? You guys are sensei. You're banned from talking to Mastermind Manager again.
Mastermind's sole purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent who knows how much time here. Okay then, let's begin search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Alright, well, first off, let's check the Monokuma door. This door is kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. What could be inside? No luck.
The door's locked, huh? What if you use that key to open this room?
Let's give it a try, just in case. Nope, no good. It won't even fit in the keyhole.
Oh.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't stop thinking about that door with Monokuma's picture on it. But worrying about it isn't gonna do me any good. Hannah's right. The mastermind's gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs, not like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. It looks like they play games on these. Do they have Steam? They're all on, but they seem to be locked.
So what? We can't do anything? Just use a fine spirit to force the way in! What century are you from?
The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network. An Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right. Camera. No matter when, no matter where, surveillance cameras are following our every move. I mean, they're absolutely everywhere. How many cameras does this place have anyway? There's a really ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them to spy on us.
As long as I have this.
Huh?
Look at Master Go! It's like a fuse for the eyes! How much is a monthly membership?
I'm slowly backing out. And this is what I saved for last. There's nothing showing up on this one. Huh? Hey, look! Next to the TV! Isn't that a TV antenna?
How about
It is! It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we can watch TV?
Huh? Did someone say TV?
you know?
Well, Saturday morning Nina's here.
Are you talking about me?
He said your name!
Anyway, if you watch TV, let's do it! Come on!
You know?
Oh, you're all stuff for info from the outside world, huh? Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantity leaving your way to the TV land before you know it. I mean, I get the reference, but what's he talking about? What does this all mean? I teleported here. Oh! I'm about to come! What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working.
Hooray!
Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
What?
Then do it. Freaking idiot mastermind. Oh, you guys need to get free from your regrets of the outside world.
What the heck?
And they were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really felt they could get away with it. Huh? This is...
It's the feed! Coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't it?
What the heck?
Huh? That's weird.
Come on.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird.
You're weird! Weird in every way possible! And not just weird! Super weird!
But this TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel? Did you try turning it off and on again?
Oh, good idea. Let's give that a try. This turns out the entire monitor. Here went through each channel one by one. But in every channel it was just us. It was a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
What the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
No, there must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup.
A trick? What kind of trick?
Actually.
I'm not sure, but...
Huh? Huh? What?
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 Yeah! Been a while, you freaking bastards. I mean, the last time I spoke to any of y'all was with Makletoe when he was hanging with Kyoko in the bathhouse doing,
Monokuma!
How? You're supposed to be dead! Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid.
What?
Hey, you're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already.
Not even... It's been like half a day at most.
How are you alive again?
Oh yeah, that's it. Boo! The look on your faces right now is sublime! That's what I want to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead. All for this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear. I mean, that's totally laughable. It makes me laugh. I'm gonna laugh now. Ah! Ha 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 ha!
Well now.
And that's that. Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you to all have way more fun in this killing game.
You can't be serious. We had to keep going.
No, we were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here. Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know. I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are.
Are you serious? This place is the worst.
If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Well, apart from all that laughing, I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed. That TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind.
What the heck?
But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed?
Ooh, look how attentive they are now. Well then, I'm gonna let you in on one blood-gushing secret and tell you all about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in from the antenna.
Huh? What does that mean? It's displaying the signal, but it's just us standing here.
You're so stupid. Don't you get it? Fine, I'll just tell you. This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. Oh shit! We've been duped. We've been deceived. We've been Makletoed. And now we're being monokuma'd. What? This killing game is being broadcast to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV.
It doesn't matter how many times he says it. I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, if I understood the words, I'm not sure I'd understand the deeper meaning. What? Broadcast live to the entire world? What kind of bad joke is this?
That's...
It can't be. Have they taken over the airwaves somehow?
Oh,
The camera feed is being broadcast. No way. That's impossible.
That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that. All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode.
Oh, are you being serious right now?
Of course.
I heard a kind of creaking, but that sound was coming from my own mind, like a boat tossing in the ocean. My mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know. All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries. Even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they'd never seen it before. I became the director of a despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
What are you saying?
You're lying! If this wasn't the police and everyone, the police and everyone else would be going crazy!
I think I may be able to create some time, though, for the next one.
Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did?
Huh?
yes indeed.
But then again, that's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people you might yell at their TV to try and ruin you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all the communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources.
Yep, so good things have come this far. Well, that's a secret. That's something you all need to do first, remember?
What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh! There's a little business of...
Ding dong, ding dong. Oh shit.
Maybe we might have to scrunch this all in one video.
Body has been discovered after a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like.
Huh?
Class troll, do you mean? Boo! Boo! Boo!
It's the
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone, give it all you got, okay? Okay. Thanks are gonna get pretty crazy from here on. You're in for a heck of a ride.
Can't wait! I can't wait!
And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible. The truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had to just keep myself standing up straight. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment? And how is he still alive?
Sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about the class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point, we had to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko.
What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died.
The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means that the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally, that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible! Who else am I gonna think of their ass now? Because I don't know anything about her yet. I don't even know who she really is. To have it end like this. That will probably happen after we get out of here. If we do get out of here, what will likely be fan service at its finest. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not doesn't matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe it, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Now, if that's the case, touch the body, you pussy.
Myself?
Anyway, we better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer.
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life.
Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko?
Well, that's not precisely what I'm saying. No,
Huh? But you just said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a variable mountain of issues I need to confirm. Mainly one point in that, well, like it's mentioned, there's a lot of possibilities that can happen in a case. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works after all. It's time to investigate.
Well, I better start by checking out the Monokuma file.
Also, the music changes up here. Changes up here. Now there's like guitar just playing in the background. It's like,
Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as big as a pipe.
so yeah, as we can tell, there was a knife, but now they've been struck with a head.
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were several days old.
Interesting. The body was covered with other wounds. That could still mean that they were killed by those wounds, because if it was dead before the explosion, I mean, there could be any possibility, but let's keep that in mind. Body. I'm gonna say that.
So even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body, could it really be Kyoko? Or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead! I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden!
Monokuma File 5 has been added to the Chidori section of Havoc. Well, because we can't pause at this part, and because it's dickish to just wait it out, let's start by shooting things off.
Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe then I'll find out if it's for sure if it's Kyoko or not.
Touch the body! Oh, look, all the blood or something. This is something you want to keep in touch.
Huh? Something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity.
Oh, that's something. Fake news.
There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before.
Tattoo on the right hand. Let's get on line.
The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened.
Also, the top half of the body is wet. That's because we washed it with a bucket. So that means that's why the body's wet. That's because it got set on fire, and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on the part that was on fire, the top half, the bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? So body analysis. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one little piece left. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. The body blew up. The top half got set on fire. So I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the body isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Still away from the dead body. I just hope that, like, at some point we had to check the dead body in this game thoroughly. It's the panel that controls the sprinklers. It's set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monica said the time can't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. If that was the case and the body wasn't wet when we got there, it should have had taken place before, after 7:30, between 9, because that's when we found the body. We gotta talk to Owie. Listen, Makletoe, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? Well, if I remember right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byuck-ya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, didn't see any on the ground around it. That's also another thing.
Okay.
Wow, thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helps me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Body part for the explosion has been added. Alright. Oh, there's a fragment. These look like fragments of something. They're all burnt up, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Fragments of the dead body. There's also a knife. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. One of the files said the knife went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it looks really familiar. Wait, is this? Oh boy, that's the same knife. That's it! It's the knife that person was holding! This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. It seems like that knife is trying to put Makletoe in position of being accused of the murder. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then and if this really is Kyoko, I mean Kyoko's the one that attacked me, but why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene. Tiny hands. So where's that dead body belong to? Where it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to prevent anymore. Useless. I heard there were some chickens in the chicken coop. I count 4 chickens. Huh? 4?
Yo.
What's going on, Makletoe? I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there are precisely 5 chickens. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're only 1 short. Huh? That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before the nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world. It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single place disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case?
Well, might as well.
Now it's Byuck-ya!
Good time, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you.
Action! What do you want to talk about?
So, in other words,
I'd like to hear your alibi.
Alibi!
in other words,
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night.
Well, I was 6. I was asleep all night. But why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime.
How can you know that for sure?
Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hero's been spending most of his time in the garden in the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. He was in the hallway last time I saw him, and I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could have only taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden.
Take a look at time we came here and took a look at time until the sprinklers turn on.
However, Tiny Hands, Hiro, Hina, and I, Byuck-ya, were in the gym together the entire night last night.
What?
Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Tiny Hands and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all 4 of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis
Are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
and the key victim really is Kyoko.
Then I'm the only one without an alibi.
Also, when we went to get Hina and Tiny Hands, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where are you?
I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so...
That's hardly an alibi. I know! So, what now? You seem to be at quite a disadvantage here. Though, likely because you've plotted on me, you'll probably solve this case. You know, fuck me.
I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it?
Byuck-ya's account. Alright, now it's time to talk to Hiro.
It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and...
Serious.
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should take a look. I should look back at what I did this morning. Tell me remember what that was. When I comes to Navins, woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual. I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got here, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym, where everyone else was waiting. Next, Tiny Hands went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then?
Now then, Tiny Hands, what time is it?
Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock. So it's probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock.
You know?
Oh, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job.
The body was found. Yeah. So the body was found at 9.
Shush, take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I was probably looking to that. It's probably related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty.
Why is one side dirt? You know what? This was probably used for the body, but because there's no blood stain on it, what was it used for then?
Something about that bothers me.
Yeah.
That's the one thing in here that concerns me. Nothing else! I think I've checked everything I need to do in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically the family I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko is never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get to her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity.
What?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Give me the key to your room. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow a room key. Hey, Byuck-ya! If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story.
Then, will you go with me? Byuck-ya, will you marry me?
Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see. And plus, this is not the cannon ship.
No!
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not.
Come back later, huh? Okay, in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area.
We're gonna teleport. Use the map. E. Ah! Alright, here we go. Let's see if we're recording. Oh yeah, okay. We're still going at this. Alright. I'll put an end to this soon.
Marco was laying to spit on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's what?
A bomb. This one installed in every Monokuma robot. I'm sure.
A bomb! And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden.
Fragment near the dead bodies, but not found.
Okay, I've checked everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byuck-ya.
There are a few more areas to check, yes.
You think you can go soon, Byuck-ya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well. Let's go.
Ah! Wait for me! Byuck-ya walked out without a second glance, and I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Yeah!
Well then, here we go.
Byuck-ya took out the key and slid into the keyhole, and then...
And it's open.
Looks like it. Thanks.
She's just in there, just resting.
So, this is Kyoko's room.
Alright, so there's really not much to check here except obviously what's right here.
There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does it serve?
I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers.
I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse.
That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byuck-ya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if
possible.
it is a key, I might know where it unlocks.
Really? What?
Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to.
The dojo?
Woodblock key has been added to the truth bullet section. Now there's an interesting little line that happens if you click on this.
Here's the bathroom. She might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I better not look inside.
Yeah,
What?
he's that guy. I mean, I'm that guy too, to be perfectly honest. I would rather not. You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for?
Not in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here.
Sorry.
Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here.
More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it!
What's in the envelope?
Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it.
So that's why you were in the bathhouse last night. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it.
Okay.
And I remember in the essay last night, I saw you the night before.
Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets? You mean...
What?
That's all that was in there.
Yeah, it looks like it. Under the sheets? What could it be? If we look at the possibilities...
There's a lot of things you could picture before then.
But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper.
Oh?
Class 78 student registry? Mukuro Ikusaba?
What was that on the
see.
paper?
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
God, you're so annoying. Fine, I'll tell you. It was a key and blank. That's it.
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said that a dev from me was unappealing, and this is what she left behind.
I don't have any time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search.
Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and looked down at the profile sheet.
If you, I'm looking at it, and doesn't it kind of like look a face out of the crumbled paper? It looks like a face, not gonna lie. And like the clothing and everything. It looks like a face, dude. Don't tell me that doesn't look like a body print image. That looks that's a neat little thing, I think.
Name: Mukuro Ikusawa. Sex: female. The ultimate soldier. What? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while her and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did.
Mukuro's profile.
The Ultimate Soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in. It's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this.
Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering.
This is all part of a world that's totally removed from the one I lived in.
I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it.
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and a bit player is becoming our hero.
Oh, it's you!
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile?
So what if I did?
Hey.
Or we did.
Come on
Shut up.
now.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. In case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and buzzed into the headmaster's room. May I drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, had to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. Keep that in mind. I can't have you complain about how unfair it is, all this, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting.
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game.
You'll be interested to find out who it is, unless you already know it.
I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall, way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that the first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
A misunderstanding? Are you saying?
in other words.
That's right, there were actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this game was actually 16! Keep that in mind as well.
16 then!
Mukuro Ikusaba,
Flashback!
the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Does she have like bigger ears than Makoto? The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because, like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up into a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Gitty, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Oh boy.
Seriously?
Hey.
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Ooh, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account.
Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, it's on the back of her hand.
That can't be her.
That tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves. To hide the scars. Which means...
That can't be her.
those fake nails on the corpse.
Are you thinking about Kyoko again?
Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap.
His trap?
Such.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us?
He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
Right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules of the game.
Well, why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later.
But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair.
Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly.
Perhaps
possible.
she's the one who killed Kyoko.
What?
That would explain why we would have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game.
Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko?
Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think?
Anyone should be able to come to the conclusion that there's fake nails on the body. In fact,
That's exactly what I thought of when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit.
huh? What makes you say that?
We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us?
That's a good point.
So in other
Mukuro
words,
is giving us information that would raise questions about her, would be bold to say the least. It makes sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit.
So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion.
That's what makes sense to me.
The way you say it, it definitely seems possible. But if that was really true, and Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is?
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in the investigation.
I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming?
I'm coming!
Alright, well then.
Number 6. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like at those super traditional public bathrooms. It looks like we found the key in Kyoko's room. Really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right?
I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it.
Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock. The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total.
They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks! You know what was hit on the body? Supposedly a blunt object was hit on them. So, in titanium arrows would be able to. Now, they are super thin, but connect this with the thing that's up below it.
Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up all duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. Has been. I think that's all that the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding room items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker end up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Byuck-ya?
Hmm.
Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byuck-ya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with a file in hand. Oh, let's check out Byuck-ya.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? It's Byuck-ya. There's a line in that same one. Actually, someone made an animation of the same scene for a certain channel that was pretty good overall. But yeah, he was like, "It's Byuck-ya. Grab my hand." How did you make it all the way to the high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? You mean 100? Another line was like 100 kisses or something. I told you, Negami isn't real. Splushes. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they're a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate that they were killed to keep them from revealing the many secrets they acquired. Some, however, believed there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. You can tell by these real books and these real files and that real lamp that I used. The only reality. These people are part of our world. The battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out of you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that fact? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. You know, like that body you clearly saw that I didn't pay any attention to. I mean, and you're also a pussy! What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean... Ding dong bang bong! Oh...
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Welp, I think it's time we end this off from here. Thank you all so much for coming by.
And as much as I probably could have squeezed in, I felt like it would have been better if I just crammed this all into an entire video, because I felt like we were going to get to the investigation a lot earlier than usual. But hey, that's what happens, and y'all got a delicious, delicious coconut pie. Thank you so much for coming by. Peace, peeps.